Hey guys, Beater Bricks bringing you guys another video. Today we're going to be talking about set 75399, releasing May the 1st for $69.99. We have Andor's U-Wing, or as LEGO likes to call it, the Rebel U-Wing. And man, is this the perfect ship for the launch of Andor Season 2, which came out earlier this month. I finished it. It is terrific. You definitely get a lot of that show in this build. You get Deidre, K2, you get an ISB agent, and Andor himself. We're going to go through all the figures and the build, and then hopefully my final thoughts so you guys can determine if this set is worth it for you in 2025. And a big thank you to all the creators that I reached out to that did give me the permission to use their clips in this video, just to provide to you guys a better informed experience and to show you guys that some of the thoughts that a lot of us have here that make content on YouTube about LEGO have a really similar opinion about this build. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Talking about the build of this set, I will say it is one of the downsized sets that LEGO made a little smaller due to whether it's inflation or whatever reason you want to put behind it. This set is objectively smaller than the previous one. However, a lot of the people who've been reviewing the set have been talking about how the engines are smaller.
And I just think they're too big and too bumpy.
Engines just feel a little bit plain.
Engine thrusters themselves, and I have to say this is probably the worst area of this build.
These engines on the backside are probably the least accurate in terms of looking like the source material.
You can't fit many minifigures inside of it, but let's focus on what you can do with this set. So in 2025, this set can still have the wings fold out as you see in the show and the movie. They just slap right into position using these Technic pieces. They do have flick fire missiles here on the front that just push down and they fire. The cockpit actually is more sloped than the previous version, so you actually have to press this little Technic piece in the back to get the cockpit open. There are stickers in the cockpit and throughout the set in different places, and I think they achieve a really good look for what they did. They definitely nailed the small model look that LEGO is going for. You do have the ramps that open up here that can fit one figure comfortably, maybe two if you throw them in there. That's about it. There's no landing gear. When you just land it down, it just kind of sits. But the detail on the set is pretty solid. I guess you could use this little back compartment as storage if you really wanted to, for like blasters or grenades, thermal detonators. And that's about it. There isn't a lot more to the set other than that. I mean, the build was pretty straightforward. It's very similar to the one we got for Rogue One, minus the foils that fold back are not as bulky and big, and the ship itself is not as tall. And I'm going to show you guys a little comparison of this set versus the original here. All right, guys. So as you guys can see here, I have the original U-Wing and the new 2025 U-Wing, and it is about 15-20% smaller than the original. And this is me holding it engines to engines, just letting the noses stick out the best they can. And it immediately becomes very apparent that the original just had larger pieces. Granted, the new set is about 100 pieces shy of the original, but the engines are similar sized. Even though a lot of people have complained the engines are smaller, they appear smaller because they use smaller pieces. They use larger white pieces and more white pieces and less gray Technic pieces on the back to support it. They use these 2x4 round pieces on the end that the Technic rod sticks through, as opposed to using the larger gray round engine pieces we're used to from LEGO Star Wars. Putting the new U-Wing aside, you guys will see here that the old one actually used a lot of 4x6 plates for the top and the echelons of the wings, while as the newer one uses a lot smaller 3x4s. I'm not sure why LEGO would make that choice. Maybe these pieces just aren't being made anymore, or they might just be more expensive to make nowadays. But the methods were still the same. You get the flick fire missiles in the front, and you get the larger presence as this is flying around. And obviously, there's a lot of very similar things in the back. This flap here in the back still folds to nothing. And the glass pane in the front on the new one, which is just a simple 2x4 glass pane, this is a larger cockpit piece as well. And it's possible that this cockpit piece may not be made anymore. And if it's not being made, they wouldn't go about making a new mold for this one because the cockpit pieces on these are actually the same, it looks like. They are the same cockpit pieces that were reused. And so obviously we have smaller pieces, and obviously they're going for that tighter look. Another things that were lost between this one and the original is the sliding doors where you can fit standing minifigs inside. They have the same gunship folding mechanic the Republic gunship and the Coruscant Guard gunship have, with the single Technic piece that just holds it and allows them to swivel in place. And there are even turrets on the inside of the original, just like in the movie. The original actually had a pilot that could sit flush inside the cockpit as well, and it had 5 minifigures, and I believe this set was $100 to $120, $115, $110 in that range. So just something to think about. I will say that this U-Wing, the original, is more comparable to like the X-Wings and stuff, and they're in that scale, whereas the new U-Wing is more along the lines of what scale LEGO has been going with for their minifigures. All right, guys, so the first figure we have here is Cassian with his little pompadour, little hairpiece on top. He has a gun that's gray. We got a belt, torso print, no arm printing, a little bit of back printing, and no leg printing. Well, no, there's a little bit of belt printing on there as well. It's just, I think mine might be a misprint. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but my legs look jacked up. So let me know if you guys look the same as well. But this is the new Cassian figure. Looks pretty good. Obviously, the reason you guys are gonna be getting this set is probably gonna be for the K2 figure if you don't have one in your collection. Just a all-around good. The head is part of the torso. You got the droid arms and the droid legs, but ultimately solid, cool KX unit figure. Little hole in the back, chest printing, that's about it. Arm printing as well. And another reason to get this set, obviously, is going to be Deidre. You get the chest printing, angry face here, no arm printing, back printing. The only issue that some people have is that the white on the legs isn't perfect, and I can see a little bit here that in the middle part, it's from the part where the legs attach, that the color is corrected. So I imagine that this set may actually get the Qui-Gon treatment and get the color corrected, but we'll have to wait and see if that actually happens. Now, this is another reason to get this set. We have the ISB agent with the cool half Stormtrooper torso and back here. Got the leg printing. And then we got the also little black ISB hat here. Pretty neat figure. He also does come with a shield. The ultimate question remains, is the U-Wing worth your money in 2025, or should you save your money and get the original? And I'll say there's an asterisk with this. One, if you don't own the U-Wing, you should absolutely buy it. If you don't have one in your collection, you don't have the original, buy it. If you have the original, you should probably get the figures if you're not gonna buy them on Bricklink by themselves, or get the set and tune in to my upgrade video I'm gonna be making later this week to make this set better. There's 5 steps I'm gonna do to this set, just like I did with the Arc 170, to make this set better, more cool, and just all around better for your collection. Overall though, you should definitely buy this set. I did watch Andor Season 2, and I thought it was great. It was like a 7, 8 on the scale of how I enjoy Star Wars, but it's a serious film, serious cinema that I think everyone should give it a chance. You know, I didn't watch Andor Season 1 immediately. I waited for the word of mouth to catch me, and I watched it, and I loved it. And the way that these figures interact in the show, and the way you see the U-Wing, it's the perfect example, it's the perfect ship to represent that show. And everyone should have at least one of them in their collection. I definitely recommend getting the original if you get this one. And there is an upgrade for this on Brickable. It's about $80, makes it larger. It's about, after everything, you're looking at $150-ish to make this new one the same size as the old one. But ultimately, they're worth it. I think they're definitely worth it to at least have one of these in your collection. Buy it used. Buy it on sale at Walmart. But if this price goes up, like we are hearing that rumor that prices are going to go up in the later half of the summer, I don't think this set's going to be worth it at full price at $85 or $90, whatever it goes to. But ultimately, you guys are going to spend your money the way you want to. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this set down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys can see my 5 steps to upgrade your U-Wing later this week. And as always, I've been Peter Bricks, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one.